My D'Amore-McKim experience was defined by co-op. The roles I had on co-op shaped the skills that I wanted to acquire, and therefore the classes I wanted to take. Both professionally and personally speaking, I would not be where I am today without my co-op experiences.
So I was lucky enough to return to my third and final co-op as a full-time career, where I am now working as a full-time associate, and even coming in as a former co-op, I felt light years ahead of the game. It's truly, an experience that cannot be matched.
I think that my co-op experiences, particularly the experiences that were virtual, have an outsized impact on my future career as it relates to the future of work.
My co-op experience definitely influenced my major. I had come to Northeastern as an entrepreneurship major and switched to finance, as I thought that's where more of my learning will come, as I was already so ingrained in the entrepreneurship community on campus. I also learned at co-op that go ahead and pursue what you're passionate about, and that's why I picked up a nutrition minor instead of an econ or a computer science minor, because I am truly passionate about health and wellness, and picking up nutrition really added to my story and to my overall value.
I was the internal auditor co-op for MFS Investment Management. Having the global experience is not just being there another country or another city physically, but also trying to get involved in a global conversation, global environment within the company.
One of the greatest things about co-op is that it really gives you a sense of the real world, because at each of my 3 co-ops, I got to see how organizations were changing over time. For example, at Mana, I worked there while they were going through a transition phase and taking on a new executive director. I worked at the Charles River Conservancy through the pandemic. And being involved in these kind of, long-term organizational changes gave me a perspective on strategic decision-making.
For one of my classes in marketing analytics, I was able to do a group project with Imprivata, one of the co-op companies that Northeastern partners with. Not only were we able to work with their data set, but we were also able to learn how to build that company-student relationship. How do we follow up with our client meetings? Those skills are all transferable to my working experiences in general. And I think that has given me the biggest opportunity of growth.
When I started working at BCG, I wasn't even totally sold on being a finance concentration and didn't really know what I wanted to do within that capacity. So I focused on doing something that I thought would be helpful regardless, which was coding and things like that. But then through that experience, I realized that I did want to be part of things like capital markets, investment banking, and whatnot. And so for my second experience to my third experience, going from debt capital markets to equity capital markets, I really found my home in equity capital markets, and I'm so excited to be going back to Citi full-time to be pursuing that career opportunity.
My first co-op experience was truly incredible. It was at a company called Toast, just located right here in Fenway. I was a product marketing co-op, and I was really just excited to jump in, contribute as much as I can, and learn as much as possible.
Certain moments that I'm most proud of were when my team showed me that they trusted me in the work I did by awarding me more difficult tasks and bringing me on to bigger projects that the team was working on.
Something I definitely want to emphasize is all the skills I learned on co-op that I wouldn't have otherwise. I really learned the importance of being professional and being proactive when working, and really being a collaborative team member as well.
I remember coming out of one of those early meetings at the beginning of my co-op and turning to my manager, who's still a very, very close mentor of mine, and saying, "Wow, I can't believe they're launching a gene therapy." And he looked at me so gravely and he said, "No, I can't believe we're launching a gene therapy." And that really stuck with me, because I think as a co-op, you get a little sense of imposter syndrome. And that was kind of an aha moment for me, like I deserve to be here.
Don't try to connect the dots going forward, because they'll always connect when you look back. So go in with an open mind, be flexible, be adaptable, but give it your all and make the most of it.